Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? This is Mr. CM. So I wanted to talk to all of you for just a moment. So as many of you have probably already heard by now, our government has been trying to get Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment and remove Trump from power and have him be acting president of the United States. Essentially, basically meaning that he would take over the duties of president and become our commander-in-chief until Joe Biden is inaugurated. Let me go ahead and touch the subject because I want to say a few things about this. So people, they really want this to happen. And about an hour or so ago, Mike Pence made the announcement that he is not going to invoke the 25th Amendment and he will not be using it to remove Donald Trump from office. So now people are upset. And so I wanted to give you my opinion, my personal opinion. So you're probably wondering where I stand on the topic. Do I think that what he did or what he's doing by not invoking it is the right thing to do? And how do I feel about it? On one hand, I disagree with what he's doing. I disagree with the fact that he is not doing this. I think that he definitely should, given that Trump is completely out of touch with reality right now. However, I also am more understanding about why he's not doing it, and I don't criticize him for saying no. In fact, I actually support the idea of not invoking the 25th Amendment on some levels. And I want to explain that because I'm definitely not a Trump supporter. I don't like Trump, never have, never will. And my opinion on Donald Trump goes further than the presidency. I think that he's a horrible person. My personal beliefs on Donald Trump are that he's a prick. He's an asshole. He's a pervert, to be quite frank. And my opinion has nothing to do with him as president of the United States. I didn't like him even before he was president of the United States. I think that he's an arrogant, pompous son of a bitch, to be quite frank with you. And I really don't care what any Trump supporter says to me. You can take your opinion and you can shove it where the sun don't shine because I don't care about your opinion. I really could care less. But the reason why I say I support his decision not to impeach him not to invoke the 25th Amendment is because he doesn't want to be the president, or he doesn't want to be the guy that says, see you later, Donald Trump. See you later, Mr. President. He doesn't want to be that guy. He don't want to be the guy that goes in front of Congress and says, remove him from office. I don't think that he can do this job. He don't want to be that guy. You know why he doesn't want to be that guy? Because he doesn't want to be that guy in the history books where people go, oh, look, this is the vice president that removed a president for the first time in history from office as he was sitting as president. He doesn't want to be that guy, and I get that. Would you want to be that guy? Because here's the thing is, history is going to judge him based on that decision. And, history is going to base him on the decision not to do this. But I understand, why he's not doing it. On the other hand, though, I don't understand why he wouldn't want to do that. I mean, this guy just put your life in danger. Like, you were sitting on the Senate floor in the chamber when these Trump supporters stormed the United States Capitol building, endangering politicians' lives. So I have a cold going on. I don't understand that. I mean, if I'm vice president of the United States and my boss, the president of the United States, is telling a bunch of fucking people, oh, go storm that Capitol building and overturn the election, knowing damn well I'm sitting in that building right then and there, oh yeah, you bet your ass I'm going to be a little pissed off. And if somebody said, hey, you should go invoke the 25th Amendment, I'd be like all over that. I'd be like, oh, really? Yeah, let's do this shit. You want to put my life in danger? Watch this, pal. So, on one hand, I'm trying to figure out, why wouldn't you want to impeach, or I keep saying impeach, why wouldn't you want to invoke the 25th Amendment on that fucktard? Why not? Now look, I get YouTube might flag this video as being untruthful or whatever, and that's okay. They let them. If they want to block it, if they want to delete it, whatever. Let YouTube do whatever they think is necessary, because at the end of the day, it's their platform. But hey, you know, we're just the video makers. We're the people that keep their business running by posting videos. But you know, hey, what happened to freedom of speech? Excuse me, I can't talk today. What happened to freedom of free speech? Apparently, that doesn't exist anymore. Bottom line is this: if he doesn't want to do it, fine. Now we can do the impeachment process instead. And I know a lot of people are out there going, well, it's a waste of time. He's only going to be in office for a few more days. It's not even worth it. Well, here's the deal. They need to do this. They need to do it, and they need to use him as an example for other presidents of the United States that will come after him, including my guy, Joe Biden. Because at the end of the day, if my president, the guy that I voted for, was to have committed a crime against our country and was up for impeachment, I would totally want the Republican Party, and I would want my own Democratic Party to say, you know what? You committed a crime. You need to be impeached. And I would totally support it, because I'm not biased. If you do the crime, I don't care if you're in my party, if you're in somebody else's party, you need to do the time, and you need to be prosecuted for it. And if you can be proven to have committed that crime without any doubt in this world, then you need to be sentenced. Flat out. Okay, if I was the Republican, I would want the same thing to be done right now with Donald Trump, which it already is. And I would want my party to own up to the mistakes of my president. I will say this because Mitch McConnell has come out and said that he is in favor of this impeachment. Oh my God. For the first flipping time in his life, he actually is doing something that I think most Americans think is appropriate. So, that's my personal opinion on it. I support whatever opinion you have. If you don't agree with me, that's absolutely okay. I'm more than willing to hear you out on your own side. Because that's what America should be, is we should be a country where we can both sit down as opposing political offices and say, okay, what is it you want to say, and what can you bring to this table for this discussion? And then they should say the same thing to us. The only way this country is going to make it out of the mess that we're in right now is if we start communicating with each other. Okay? As far as it goes for how black protesters were treated at Black Lives Matter protests, I'm going to say this, and this is the only time I'm going to bring it up. I don't know if they were mistreated or if they were treated differently. I was not at the protest. I can't tell you. I haven't really been paying attention to the videos of the protesters, so I'm not even going to get into even that aspect of it other than what I've seen on the news itself. Granted, the news can report whatever they want to make us, the people, believe whatever they say. I'm going to say this, and I'm only going to say it one time. If they were treated differently, then absolutely somebody needs to step up and say, we made a mistake, and we need to start treating them exactly how we treated these protesters. You cannot have a double standard, period. If you're going to treat Black Lives Matter protesters in such a way that is unconstitutional, then why aren't you doing the same for these protesters? It makes no damn sense. I personally could care less about those protesters that do Black Lives Matter. I think that the majority of them are doing what they feel is necessary, and I totally support them. I think that what they're doing is great. I don't care to hear about it anymore. I've been hearing about it for so long. I really just don't give a shit anymore. And it's not that I don't care about Black lives, because I absolutely do, but I'm tired of hearing about it. Okay? Somebody needs to step up, and somebody needs to start making some changes, and we need to help that community out, and we need to make positive changes on both sides, because it's unnecessary. Now, to the people that were looting those cities and destroying those cities and setting shit on fire, destroying whatever, you're not protesters. You're flat out homegrown terrorists. That's what you are. Period. And if you think that the rest of America is going to tolerate your bullshit, you got another thing coming. Nobody's going to accept it. So quit with the bullshit. Anyway, that's my personal opinion on it. We got to treat each other the same way we're going to treat a Black Lives Matter protester. Period. There cannot be a double standard. If you create a double standard, you are part of the problem. Period. If you guys want to keep protesting for your cause, I might not agree with it, and I might be sick of hearing about it, but you know what? You go right ahead, because that is your God-given right as an American citizen. The Constitution protects you so you can do what you're doing. To those people that come into your protest and destroy shit, they're not protesters. Period. You keep doing your thing, and we'll handle the people that are doing the stupid shit. But if you're truly wanting change, and you're going to do it respectfully, then I'm all for you doing what you need to do. And I might not care about it, but you have my full support on what you're doing, because no race should be treated any differently. But that's not even part of the subject, so I'm going to leave it at that. Bottom line, our president needs to either A, be completely impeached and make it to where he can never run again. Because I swear to God, if he does another 4 years, I'm going to fucking lose my shit. But they need to make it to where he can't do it, or he just needs to flat out leave office and resign. Period. As for how I feel about Mike Pence, I have no problem with that man. That man has not done anything to make me hate him, dislike him, nothing. Okay? Grady's a Republican. He has different views than me. That's fine. But you know what? I respect the man, because he's not out there acting like a fucking moron like this dumb orange piece of shit president. I never thought I would hate a president more than I hate Donald Trump. I swear, I cannot stand him. And I think the majority of people would probably rather have George Bush back in office, because yeah, he was a wartime president. Yeah, he made some mistakes, but goddamn, at least he wasn't the most hated fucking person on the planet from even other countries. I mean, yeah, granted, people hated George Bush too, Jr., not Senior. Well, both of them really, but I don't think as many people hate George Bush hate Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump has way more haters. And you know what? The same thing could be said for Barack Obama. People didn't like him, and you know what? That's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. But when you start destroying shit and rioting the way that you did on Wednesday, and you're supported by your president for what you're doing, that's where the line is being crossed. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. Tell me your side, what you think should happen. And let me know. And if you guys have any story ideas, I'm always welcome to those. This channel is just starting out. We're going to talk about pretty much anything that you can think of. I want to be one of those people that talks about anything and everything. That's what I want this channel to be about. I want this channel to be more of like a talk show type thing. At some point, maybe we'll have some guests or whatever, but let's just start with some ideas. So, talk to all of you guys later. Have a good weekend. Or, well, a good week, I should say, because it's not the weekend yet. And let's make it to Friday. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Be safe. Have a great week.